Speed's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series post-race show is presented by Craftsman. He led 96 of the 134 laps, and that took him to victory lane. And Chris Devoda is there with Kyle Busch.
Well, last year he became the youngest winner in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Now he is 21 and can officially celebrate the right way. He's starting off with a little energy drink. He is definitely excited. We're going to get Kyle Busch to jump down off this number 51 Chevrolet. Now, Kyle, what's the deal? Are you just this good in these trucks and this good at this racetrack?
I don't know, man. I definitely want to thank Hendrick Motorsports, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to race with Billy Blue Motorsports and this awesome Chevrolet Silverado team, man. They do a great job for me. I love Richie Waters and all the guys that work on this crew, you know, JR Norris and everybody else that's been involved. But we've got a lot of people to thank tonight, and I want to get it done real quick. National Land Liquidators, B&G General Store. Who else we got?
You have so many sponsors, but I know the theme is all about Days of Thunder. So what would be the line to sum this up?
Well, Drop the Hammer wouldn't quite be appropriate because we did that all night. So, you know, we also want to thank Quaker Steak and Lube, the sponsors of the race, as well as Mannheim's Central Florida car auction.
I know, you've got so many. Led 96 laps. It
was fun. It was fun. Rowdy Busch in victory lane tonight.
Okay, he took my job, but he has no fear of me taking his job behind the wheel. Kyle Busch, a winner again at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Immediately following us here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, Trackside Live, Mike Skinner and Dale Jarrett, our special guests. NASCAR Craftsman at Sears. We look at the unofficial results for tonight's race. Kyle Busch claiming his 4th career win and back-to-back wins at Lowe's Motor Speedway in the trucks.
Good run for Ron Hornaday. As much bad luck as he's had this year to get a good top 5 run here, he was tickled to death.
Eric Darnell broke into the top 10 there on that last lap.
Mark Martin fought his way back to a 13th place finish after losing that tire and losing all his track position.
Erin Crocker did what she needed to do. She stayed on the lead lap, she ran competitively, and she got her a top 20 finish. Glad to see that.
Quite a few trucks off the lead lap tonight.
Mike Skinner had such a strong truck early on, broke a distributor cap, ended up not finishing in this race.
As did Jack Bragg. He had another.
A year ago, we had the exact same finish in the top 2. Kyle Busch was number 1. Terry Cook was number 2. Terry Cook is with Ray Dunlap.
Well, thank you, Rick. Yeah, it's kind of a deja vu night here, but here's the good news. Terry Cook came in 10th in the points. You'll leave tonight 5th. What a great run you had tonight. You happy?
Very happy. You know, the Ford Power Stroke Diesel International crew, you know, we built some new trucks in the offseason, and this is the first time this year we've gotten to debut one. And, you know, Dennis Conner is building an awesome race team here. And, you know, we debuted a new truck here last year, finished 2nd behind
Kyle Busch.
And built a new truck this year and finished 2nd behind
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, so deja vu again. But, you know, great effort by the entire Ford Power Stroke Diesel International crew.
All right, good night in the points for Terry Cook.
Framing point standings through 6 races in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Todd Bodine up in front. He gained a little position on his teammate. He was 12 points in front of him when we came into this race. Well, now he's got 5 more, and he's 17 points in front of teammate Ted Musgrave. We'll be back to close out the show after this. Kyle Busch continues to celebrate in victory lane, and we continue our summer swing as we will be in Mansfield Motorsports Speedway next Saturday. That race kicking off at 2 p.m. Eastern, the UAW GM Ohio 250.
Should be a great race. Short track action. There'll be a lot of beating and banging just like we saw at Martinsville about a month ago. So you don't want to miss that one.
It's a whole different style of racing than you watched here tonight. Those guys will use each other to get around the corners. Here you try not to bump anybody. You want to stay away from people. You don't want to mess up your aero. There, bumping is encouraged.
And while you're away doing whatever you do, the Cup racing back here at Lowe's, Jimmy Spencer's actually going to fill in for you.
Well, he'll tell you, he doesn't forget. He'll know what's going on, and he'll tell you his opinion. I promise you that. He doesn't worry about stepping on anybody's toes because he's bigger than most people.
And he knows a little bit about beating and banging.
He does.
At Mansfield
in this series.
He's Mr. Excitement. He grew up on the bull rings of the Northeast. He will bring a fresh perspective to beating and banging. He'll define it better than maybe anybody's able to.
Well, an impressive evening for Kyle Busch as he defended his race win from a year ago, the only one to repeat now at Lowe's Motor Speedway in the trucks. And Terry Cook oh so close to that win again, but Kyle Busch was so strong tonight.
He sure was. But how about the Germain team? Again, both trucks in the top 5. What a terrific season they have going through 6 races.
I love what I saw out of Todd Bodine's team tonight.
Yeah.
That's how you win a championship. You work on that thing and you make it better, and they did that all night long.
Compliment to the Germain family as well as the Hillman family. Those two, Mike Hillman Jr. and Mike Hillman Sr., putting a lot into this race team. Back at the home track for quite a few of these trucks. It was Mike Skinner who started out in front of the field.
Didn't take long to have a caution fly. Jack Sprague a little bit of trouble with his motor.
Mark Martin, we thought was going to be the class of the field. He had problems, as did quite a few of the trucks tonight. But no problems for the number 51 of Kyle Busch, our winner at Lowe's.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
It's All-Star Weekend at the Lowe's Motor Speedway on Saturday night. One driver will take home $1 million. The first All-Star race won here by Darrell Waltrip in 1985. Trackside Live next.
Stock Car Racing's all-star event, and the fever pitch just kind of builds.
What's more of a motivation tonight, the money or the bragging right?
Show me the money. That's what I want. I want the money.
Every Cup race is an all-star race, but tonight this is special. We have the best drivers in the world. We have $1 million at stake.
They're actually going to play with strategy.
No, can you say urgency? There's an urgency back in there right now.
This is the big one, boys. We have it here every year. Looks like about 10 cars involved.
Trackside Live at the home of so much of this NASCAR industry, the Lowe's Motor Speedway just north of Charlotte, North Carolina. Glad you're with us on this All-Star Weekend. Larry McReynolds, Jeff Hammond, Darrell Waltrip, Steve Burns along with you, and we welcome right to the show from the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Mike Skinner.
Mike, they're qualifying, dude.
Well, Darrell, I can't stay down there because I try to hold my breath until it's time to go. And then I got to hold my breath when I go, so it's better for me just to get away from there and do something for a little bit. And I'll get down there. I think we go 30-something, so it's all right.
Oh, you're not worried then?
Do you feel like that will help you? Because a lot of times you would think about a late draw may come into play. Do you think that'll help you today?
I'm not so sure with the hard tires. I think the ambient temperature coming down will probably help the engines a little bit, maybe help the grip in the racetrack. You know, if there's a downfall to it is watching everybody else go first, and the tire's pretty hard, so we'll just see what happens. I know our little pickup truck was really good in practice.
Yeah, you were the fastest, I think, in today's practice. Now, in yesterday's test session, you had a little bit of a close call at one point, I think, right?
You know, before you accused me of spinning out. Bill Davis did too, but I really didn't technically spin out.
So what is technically you didn't spin out?
I just found out how much grip that these Goodyear tires had, and
wasn't as much as you thought.
I asked them to do a little bit more than they was quite ready to do on the second lap out, I think.
Did it hurt them? I mean, you know, that long slide you put them in, did it hurt them?
No, actually I did what, you know, we never used to do. When the thing does that, you just slam the throttle on the floor and cut the wheel to the right. And, you know, Dick Beatty used to tell us, turn the wheel to the left and lock it down. Yeah. I remember all those rookie meetings, and that's all out the window now. I mean, and I was always, I'm going to ride this bull until it bucks me off, you know. And now it's ride the bull till it bucks you off. We were fortunate. We went through the grass, didn't even flat spot a tire.
Mike, we've heard from the cut drivers about, you know, this racetrack being different with the pavement. From your point of view in the truck series, how is it different from a year ago?
Oh, it's awesome. It doesn't have, you know, when they grounded, it was really, really fast, but it was like a cheese grater. And I think it was awfully hard on a lot of things. But now the racetrack surface is really good, and Goodyear's brought a great tire here. It's a tire like we used to run. It's hard. Put it back in the driver's hands. These crew chiefs are winning too many of these races. We need to let some of the drivers try to get back in this thing a little bit.
Did you hear that? Woo! Crew chiefs winning too many races.
And Mike, I totally...
Isn't that right, Darrell?
No, I'm with you. And I said about, I think it was last year, when the drivers all said, oh, we want soft tires. Softer tires and little spoilers make the cars really hard to drive.
Yeah.
I said, if you want to make them really hard to drive, give them hard tires and a little spoiler.
Yeah.
That'll make them hard to drive, and now we're seeing that lived out here at Charlotte.
But